Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. By popular demand, Mr. Rio Ferdinand is sitting with us again. Now, you know, last time we spoke about Ronaldo's situation. Is he happy? We looked at some of the new signings that were already coming through the window. But the question is, Rio, if not De Jong, then who? Because we sat down with Jamie Morelli. He came in for halfway through the interview, and he was saying that Man United need to be going for a certain ilk of players. Now, we didn't actually say who those players are. We touched on it a little bit, but I want you to elaborate on who Man United should be signing. Who would you like to see?
Listen, I think Frenkie De Jong would be a great signing. I watched him closely, especially in the year when he was at Ajax, when they got to the semi-finals and they lost to Spurs. He was integral in everything they'd done, arguably their best player. Gone to Barcelona. And you know what? If people just started hearing about Frenkie De Jong because he went to Barcelona and they watched him, they have not seen the best of him because he can't play in his best position. His best position is a 6, holding midfielder. And his best attribute is receiving the ball and breaking the lines. With the ball, he can dribble, drop a shoulder and get past people, then open the game up and then feed people, or with a pass. Nice 10, 20-yard pass through the lines. And he's good at doing that and feeding the number 8s and the 10s and the attacking players. And he makes it so easy for the centre-backs on the ball to be able to give it to somebody because he can take the ball under pressure. Defensively, I think he'll need to work and he'll need to improve if he comes to England. And I think in his general game, no matter where he goes in his career, he'll have to improve defensively in that position. But I think he has all the attributes that you'd like to have in someone's starting point to go, you know what, I could build someone to play in that position. And he's something that Man United haven't had for a while. It's the person to transfer the ball from back to front. So I think there's a lot of pluses with him. Great athlete as well, very, very quick.
He's a commercial name. He's a popular commercial name as well. I know that's not what United want to hear. United fans want to hear at the moment, but you know he is somewhat of a superstar, and I think that's really important. Man United have always brought in players that were somewhat stars, and I feel like you need that, you know, because I feel like taking that.
I think it's substance over stars now, man. It's substance. We've done all the star stuff. Jamie touched on it yesterday. We've had Cavani, we've had Ibrahimovic. All these names come in. They're all stars. We need something to build on long term. And if it's not going to be Frenkie De Jong, and I think that's what this piece is about, if not Frenkie De Jong, then who? Mm-hmm. And you look at someone like, okay, Camavinga. Madrid done their business early. Do you know what I mean? They've signed another young midfielder who would have been on my list as well from Monaco.
Monaco, yeah.
And you think them two would have been like, yeah, goes back to what Man United were known for, buying the best young players. Do you know what I mean? They've done it with Anderson. They've done it with Cristiano. They've done it with Rooney. They've done it with Nani. In that era, best young players.
Even players that didn't quite make it at the time. I remember Alan Smith. He wasn't an anybody when he came from Leeds. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Great
Carrick,
potential.
Top young player when he came.
You know, I mean? Yeah.
But so if them guys aren't available because they've already gone, who do you look at now? And West Ham fans will kill me for it and they'll shout at me. But to be honest, I don't think Declan Rice will be going this season, so they've got nothing to worry about. I think Declan Rice stays at West Ham this year. I'm just saying the type of player, the level that I would be going for would be Declan Rice. But I think he's being priced out of the market by West Ham, and they're not in the market to sell unless it's 150 mil. So he ain't going nowhere. But Declan Rice will probably be the first name that I would have gone to, just like Jude Bellingham would have been the same. Them two would have been my first go-tos, Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice. Because
so let's elaborate. Rio, wait.
The reason why.
Hold on. Let's elaborate really quickly. You're saying Declan Rice. For some of your international fans, I know everyone watches the Premier League, but what is it that you like about Declan Rice as a whole?
He brings to us an element that I think has been lacking at Man United, and I think it's leadership. And for one so young, by the way, leadership. He's going to be 24 this summer. It's leadership and character. And that's not to kind of talk, he hasn't got the ability. The kid's got ability. He's improving every single season you've seen him. He's improved. He's added bits to his game. Last year, he added goals. He added the ability to drive with the ball from midfield. He's defensively getting more acute and more understanding of the game. An absolute sponge of the game. Educating himself all the time. Always asks questions. Always wants to know about X, Y, and Z. That's the type of player that I think Man United, the type of character that Man United need in their squad. Forget ability sometimes. There might be players with more ability than him in that position, that are more technical maybe than him. But they won't. What he lacks in that area, which won't be by a lot, by the way. But what if he does lack anything in that area? He more than makes up for it in the other critical areas where Manchester need most. And similar could be said of Jude Bellingham, the character, the fact he's gone to another country at such a young age, 17, 18 years old, and absolutely lit the world alight. Champions League, he smashed it in the Champions League for Borussia Dortmund, plays like a man well beyond these years.
Speaks like one as well. Speaks like one as well.
Yeah, as character, intelligence, integrity. You can trust him on the pitch. He makes demands of. I've watched him closely. He demands of other people already at a young age. All these characteristics that I feel Man United need. And again, I'm going away from, regardless of whether he's got the technical ability, which I think he has. Don't worry. But I'm saying I don't even look at that as much. I want a character. They're the reasons I'm buying you. The other stuff, the football stuff's brilliant, yeah, and you've got to be a certain level of that. I understand, but the overriding factor is the character, the other attributes that I'm talking about. So them two are the standouts for me in that sense.
Okay, so you've highlighted that the midfield area needs covering, and you know it tells me indirectly that you think you need to be stronger there. Are you not worried up top, forward positions? Do you reckon United have all they need, or what's going on? You got Martial, that's obviously back now this season.
Yeah.
Is there not a player that you look at in that position you go, oh, wouldn't mind having some of him?
I think the problem position for Man United is right wing, because you've got Martial, you've got Sancho, and you've got Rashford, all prefer playing on the left and are all more effective on the left. So you've got Elanga, even he's probably better on the left-hand side as well. So you've got four players there, all really vying for one position, and they're best placed on the left-hand side probably. So I think right wing is a position Man United have to try and invest in. I think they're going to get rid of probably Martial if they can get him out. I think they'll let him go. I think the club will, and the fan base will be expecting bigger things from Marcus Rashford this year. Last season was a bit stop-start, obviously injuries and stuff like that. I think this is a fresh start, new manager. By the sounds of what I'm hearing from me, sounds rejuvenated. And I want to see that old Marcus that I know is there. I spoke to Marcus personally last year for a good amount of time, and the kid wants to be a player, man. And I do. The people go to me, "You're making excuses for him." Players need the right environment to produce the goods, and I'm just hoping the right environment is there for Marcus Rashford this year for him to produce the goods. He needs to do his bit and bring his bit to the dance, along with Man United doing their bit on the other side for all the players. And then we'll see under Marcus Rashford that we all know and love.
All right, so Rio, I hear you talking about the right wingers. You're talking about all these players, but what about Amad Diallo? Like, he's someone that you guys bought for £40 million from Atlanta. Yes, you loaned him out, but is that not the solution?
No, unfortunately, he just isn't ready. He isn't ready. He's gone to Rangers, couldn't really get in the Rangers team and affect their team. Which tells you that he's not near getting into the Man United team. Do you know what I mean? Plus, again, is he the right player for the right wing? He hasn't got that explosive pace that maybe they're looking for. He's more of a bit of a player with a bit more guile. Likes to come to the ball more and create like that rather than running into things and running behind and stuff like that. So, yeah, I just think it's a bit too early for someone like him to be expected to come in and take that mantle on.
19 years old. Do you suspect for him to be loaned out again this season coming, or will he actually be challenging in the squad?
Yeah, I don't think he's near enough to the first team squad. I think if he'd have gone to Rangers and smashed it at Rangers, he'd have had a chance. But because he didn't, I think he's going to be a little bit off of it. I think he's someone who they'll probably look to loan out, I'd say.
What do you do then? If, and this is a big if for all you journalists watching out there, we're not saying that this is happening, but what do you do then if Cristiano Ronaldo does end up leaving?
I don't see it happening, man. I can't even think about that, because you have to look at the whole situation. It's getting on in the window. If Man United were to let him go, Haaland and Núñez, probably the first two would have been on your list of gone. The only other person that could fill in and step into those shoes immediately, and you think I'd have a bit of confidence in him doing it, who's possibly available, is Lewandowski. But he looks like he's got his heart set on going to Barcelona if they can get that deal done. the only way I see it happening, if Man United could get Lewandowski and then Ronaldo could go then. That's the only way it happens. If United can't get a ready-made replacement to bang in the 20-25 goals next season, outside of Lewandowski, someone available, gettable, I don't see it being a deal that gets done. Not at all.
Rio, thank you very much for your time. I want you guys in the comments to let us know, if not De Jong, if not Ronaldo, if not all these players, who would you like to see come in? By popular demand, Rio has been back. But again, like I said in yesterday's video, Vibe with Five, the first episode will be out on the 8th of August. So please put that in your diaries. We will be going to the games. Matchday 360 is coming. Highs and Lows is a new series that's coming. You know, we've got your favorite journalists on the channel. You're going to have Fabrizio Romano back with us. David Ornstein, they're all going to be here with us on Five this season. So stay tuned and keep it locked. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.